Hey, what's up, people? Doing a video, got a little bit of time. I want to talk about something that I've been thinking about for a long time, but haven't really tried to tackle it. I don't know why, but I don't know, it just seems kind of crazy. But anyway, before I do anything, I have to give a shout out to Nikki. Um, Now the topic, leaving the bad black people behind. The topic sounds crazy, but I've noticed on the internet, it usually in various forms, I've seen people saying stuff like, I've actually heard one girl and one dude really talk about killing off the bad black people and keeping the good black people, because when the one girl was saying the hood rats are making her look bad, looking her and other decent black women look bad, and, black men are saying leave black women alone, start a brown community, and we hearing all kinds of crazy stuff, and I'm just like, alright, how's that supposed to work? Is Bill Cosby and Oprah Winfrey going to sit down and like have their own two-person committee and just like, all right, they're going to buy an island and say, all right, we're going to choose who's going to be on this island? Like, what are they going to say? Like, okay, we'll take Beyonce. Oprah would take Beyonce and Jay-Z, but Bill Cosby might say, well, hold on, Jay-Z used to be a drug dealer. We don't want him, but then that'd be cause for confusion. So how's that supposed to work? Bill and Oprah are going to get together and decide who's good and who's not. Hey, little 50 Cent, he has enough money to be on the same terms with both of them, but hey, he walks around with bulletproof vest, so is he going to get on, or can he get on down, or is they like, nah, he walks around with bulletproof vest all the time because people are out to get him and shit. Does he get on? It's a little bit crazy. Me, myself, if they would have some committee like that, actually, I have to admit, I might be one of the people chosen to get on that island, but guess what? I'd be like, yo, hold up. You want me to leave behind? So I know people, I think we all know people who could be on both sides, on the good side and the bad side, who get on it. But if you tell me, all right, I'm only going to deal with the good people and leave the bad people behind, I'm like, forget that, man. Keep your island, go ahead and have fun on your island. I'm going to stay out here with my bad folks, because I know the bad folks, a lot of the bad folks ain't as bad as, we make them out to be. Now, we definitely have a segment who think that being, they think that being in the streets means you got to be a low life and all of that. But the thing is, a lot of times, black men are a lot like black women. That the older we get, the more we learn, the more we realize things. The only difference is that doing a lot of negative shit, it actually kind of benefits us. Like, black women, as they get older, they start to realize that all this negative shit really doesn't benefit them that much. But the older we get, we realize, yo, that shit is really we ain't that scared. Straight stuff don't work anymore because we ain't scared of jail. Jail is like a badge of honor, a rite of passage. So brothers ain't scared of jail anymore. That's like you getting your stars and stripes and shit when you go into jail. Dudes ain't scared of that anymore. Making money on the streets, that a lot of brothers see that as a viable means of economic opportunity. That's like CEO. Look at Jay-Z. I just mentioned Jay-Z. He's a good and a bad role model at the same time, because he went from being a drug dealer, to be making legal money and all of that. But on the bad side, he did it that way, a lot of other people think, yo, I can do it that way too. So in a way, a lot of other people are like, yo, Jay-Z did it, I can do it too. The most cats, they're not going to end up being married to Beyonce and, hanging out with President Obama. That's just not going to happen. But there's a lot of cats who will say, hey, if they can just get a measure of the success that he has, then hey, that's cool. Now, when I look at the black community, I already know what's gonna. I'm no, oracle or prognosticator or anything like that, but I already know the people who are gonna rise up between the men and women. The women are gonna rise up first, because I think women are already realizing that. Look, they're looking bad. Not only are they looking bad, you have guys on the internet talking about them, but then not even the guys on the internet. You have guys on the streets basically saying. The biggest beef I've seen guys on the streets with black women is their baby mama thing. They're like, yo, this woman trapped me off and trying to make me pay whatever money I'm making and blah, 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 blah. And dudes on the streets are talking about black women real bad. But black women, I think, are starting to realize that, yo, something's wrong. They got to straighten it out, because they're ending up, black men from both sides, whether they're good black men talking bad about them, the bad black men talking bad about them. They're not going to let that go on for too long. They're going to straighten out first before this black men will. Because like I said, even though going to jail and running from the cops and all of that stuff is, on one hand, is bad, but on the other hand, we see that as being kind of like cool. It's like, yo, this is what we do. We're still cool. women still love us, and even if black women don't love us, there's other races of women that will still want to mess with us because we're bad boys, and we got swag. There's we're gonna come out of that after women do. Women are gonna wake up. I don't know when it's gonna happen. Hopefully, before I leave this earth, I get to see some of that happen. But women on the overall, they're gonna snap out of it before we do. But I think a lot of people have to remember also that a lot of the so-called bad black people, even the ones who are not really doing anything bad, it's just a mindset. A lot of people are wicked. A lot of people follow the crowd. Growing up in the hood, a lot of people, they just do what everybody else does. And even though a lot of people front like they're big, bad, they tough, they do things on their own terms, most of those people are followers. I'm talking about the men and the women. They just following a lot of bullshit. They're being taught bullshit and they just following what they're being taught. A lot of people playing follow the leader. Once they, if the mindset changes, soon, like I said, soon later will. When, like I said, we change with the women first. The women will start straightening up and realizing they got to start thinking long term. They can't think of the short term let me party in the 20s and then be the angry baby mama in my 30s and 40s. They're going to straighten out first. That much I know. We us men. I don't know what's going to happen to make us I don't know what's going to happen to make us straighten out, but we will, I think, eventually, because there's a lot of good black men who don't think along the ghetto terms, like they just want to make some street drug money and run the streets and stuff like that. There's a lot of us. There might be more of us who feed into that than those who don't. It might be the percentage of majority might go into believing that more than the rest of us do, but I don't think it's always going to be that way. So, for the people who just make these videos saying, oh, we got to leave these people behind, either we go on to, the good ones go on to an island somewhere, or put the bad ones on the island somewhere, that's not going to happen. Because there's a lot of people just like me, even if you're considered good, you're not just going to leave people are considered bad behind. But then it leaves the question, what's going to happen if a good person turns bad, and what happens if a bad person turns good? And it's not like that doesn't happen, because it actually happens all the time. I've seen it. So anyway, that's just my views on the topic, because I think it's just been getting a little bit crazy. I've been looking on the internet, seeing this stuff, and a lot of people just man, we just got to leave these bad black people behind, we got to leave these bad black women behind. Everyone's saying they're going to look for the white people. A lot of black women are saying, a lot of black women see themselves good, saying they're going to give themselves a white man. A lot of black women saying we're going to give themselves a white woman or a non-black woman, and that's just a little bit crazy. That's just it's being talked about a little bit too much, and a little bit crazy, because I know I already tell you, white people or non-black people don't think it's not. They're going to look, it's not our mission to come save you. It's not our mission to come save you from, they're going to look at that that shit is crazy. That shit is just plain crazy. The only other race who has any kind of problems like we do, or maybe the closest we get is to the Asians, because a lot of the Asian women love the white guys, so they leave the Asian men for the white. That's here in America, and maybe it's even over in Asia, who knows, but, but even then, I don't think that's the case where the Asian men hate the Asian women and the Asian women hate the Asian men, so I don't know, that's just my views on the topic. People, you can leave comments on it. I appreciate people leave comments, but don't expect me to do much to respond, because a lot of this talk is kind of negative. I know a lot of people can come back with a lot of negative shit. Oh man, black women ain't shit, or black men ain't shit. I don't really want to feel like talking about that, but I'll comment. I'll respond to people's comments and stuff like that. But I'm not going to go into the whole crazy thing, But anyway, thanks for listening. Hope everybody, enjoy the holidays, even if you don't, celebrate the holidays. I just hope you have a good time for the rest of this year. Thanks for listening to this video. Peace.